see if I can upgrade this. Yes, I can. I have just enough to do so. Now, Bold One here sells some consumables if you ever need them. I don't believe they ever go up in price like the vials in Bloodborne, which is nice. However, they are the weakest impossible kind. Fresh Spice. This is for gaining MP for magic and miracles. Where do I see that? Okay, there's the description. A pleasant spice that eases the mind, consumed to replenish a small amount of MP. Used by nobles as a luxury and by magicians as a necessity. Edge Sharpening Stone. Covers durability of right-hand weapons. A sharpening stone used by Ed, blacksmith of Stonefang. Bears wear on the weapon wielded in the right hand, restoring its durability. Dagger. Standard dagger. Slashing weapon that inflicts heavy damage on soft flesh, but has a limited effect on metal armor and hard scales. Daggers deal the most damage after parrying, or better yet, stuck squarely in an enemy's back. Short sword. Small, straight sword. Though run-of-the-mill straight swords are versatile weapons that provide a normal attack, which is effective against a wide variety of targets, as well as a potent thrusting attack. Battle Axe. Standard axe. A versatile weapon that provides a normal attack which is effective against a wide variety of targets. Following through with one swing, connecting it will deal an optimal hit, inflicting more damage than normal. Heater Shield. Medium-sized metal shield, popular amongst warriors of the faith due to its ease of use. Standard arrow. Used with a bow. Bolt for crossbows. Standard bolt used with a crossbow. Crackstone Eye. Mystical stone that inhibits health recovery. Throwing it produces a large aura. This is for PvP. It's similar to a Lloyd's Talisman from Dark Souls or the Numbing Mist from Bloodborne. You throw it on enemies, other players that is, and prevent them from healing.
If you haven't heard, there's another blacksmith at the entrance to Stonefang Mine. He's an eccentric old man. He knows his trade well. He's the only sane one left in a town of soul-starved men. If you do meet him, no, forget it. That stubborn old Ne'er-do-well will just chase you off. There aren't enough smithing tools in this temple to handle all the work. Only certain ores can be used to forge weapons, but you'll just have to make do. And be thankful that I can do anything for you at all in this forsaken place. And be thankful that I can do anything for you at all. Do come back alive. I need your business.
Now, this is the same voice actor from the PS3 version. Though, in the original PS3 version, a lot of his lines were delivered a lot more angrily. So when he said, "Do come back alive, I need your business," like it was almost kind of an angry, almost threat to it. Well, here he's got more of a softer spoken tone. It's kind of interesting how things have changed over time. And it's like, it's not that one is better or worse than the other, it's just that whichever one you hear first, you're probably going to like more, and it's also going to be interpretation, and even though it's the same guy, it's going to be, they're never going to read something the exact same way again, especially nearly 10 years later.
Oh my, how has this happened? Has God abandoned us for King of Land, failing to show proper respect? Oh, Mbasa. Oh, Mbasa.
This is a disciple of God. She doesn't have a whole lot for us. She's of the religious type. And here, there's a whole bunch of tutorial text. I'm not gonna bother reading all of it, but it's a whole bunch of dev messages for you to go over. A little hints and tips. So, here, Demon Souls is divided into 5 separate worlds that you can travel to. And by worlds, I mean levels, not actual, like, Nightmare Frontier, other dimension sort of things. First one is Boletarian Palace. Gates of Boletaria. A huge stone castle in the heart of the northern kingdom of Boletaria. Hungry soldiers attack trespassers, their souls stolen by demons, while nearby terrible dragons have taken roost. Now, the other 4 are sealed. We'll just get a small look at them before we go. This one, however, is broken and unfortunately not playable. It is a world that was cut due to time and money and development in the original game. Bluepoint had at one point thought of taking what was made of it and turning it into its own world, but it chose not to and kept the game closer to its original version if possible. And to be fair, From Software has kind of reused a lot of the concepts and monster type, or at least ideas, general ideas, in other games since this one has came out. I mean, in particular, there's models for Snakemen enemies, which were then essentially reused for the first Dark Souls game. And things like that. Okay, so we can only go here for now, and we cannot level up until we beat the first boss, which is the one that's here. Nasty red dragon, though technically it's a wyvern. Gates of Boletaria. Late moongrass. And here's the archstone. That'll take us back to the Nexus, should we need it. Now, these enemies are Dreglings. They're essentially the lowest class in Boletaria, and the weakest enemies. It's nice to have an upgrade. Now, a nice thing that Bluepoint added to this remake that was introduced in Dark Souls 2 and then also used in Dark Souls 3 is that you'll notice by my weapons, my sword and shield on the lower left hand menu that there's red meters next to all of them. And that is their durability. Ooh. Come and get me. It's a nice little indicator to know when you're actually getting low without having to go check in your menu, and it's something I appreciate. Ooh. Jerk. Half moon grass. Now this hole may look nice, pretty, and inviting, but don't fall down it. You'll die. As you can see, it's pretty deep. What's great about this kite shield is that it blocks 100% of melee damage. Absolutely amazing to have for early game. More fire bombs. Definitely keep these handy for this level. Bluepoint was going over how they created all this destruction and physics tech for this remake, and how as you spin the camera, it's being things are being depopulated and repopulated. So things are being completely rebuilt to how they fell when you don't have the camera trained on them. So this being the source of the fog, this is the game where they make the most sense thematically and story-wise. They really don't have much of a, shall we say, much of a lore reason in Dark Souls. They make a little more sense in Bloodborne, but just only a little bit more because Nightmare. But they have no in-game explanation for the fog walls in the Dark Souls series. Here, it's all emanating from the demon's power, specifically. Pine resin, excellent. Can't get this item yet, but won't be long until we can. Ow. Moongrass. If you look up there, you'll see a guy with a boulder. Or half moongrass. Fantastic. And that broke open this area and gave us a bastard sword. And it's stronger than what we have. though it would override our equip burden. I'd have to probably take off my shield. This large sword, similar to a straight sword, is a versatile weapon, but its weight usually requires the use of both hands. Smashing overhead attack greatly depletes a target's stamina and easily breaks their guard. Let's see if I can... You aren't strong enough to use this weapon with one hand, however you may use it effectively if you wield it with both hands. It's got a nice moveset. Test it out for a while, but then we're going back to straight sword. It's just gonna be a lot more better damage for at least right now, especially since I haven't upgraded. See? Notice I was doing like 70 damage per swing with just the R1 beforehand. Or 40. Still, it's faster and I can get more hits in. And that's more damage over right now. Oh, crap. I'm going to die if I don't pay attention. Now down there is a red-eyed knight, and we're not going to be messing with him yet. Gonna come back when we're a bit more leveled up. There's no need to bother him right now. And here's a blue-eyed knight. Backstabs are pretty easy to obtain in this game. Now before we go through the gate, one bolt and a light crossbow. A small, easy-to-operate crossbow issued to Boletarian soldiers. To fire a crossbow, both must also be equipped. Cannot be precision fired, and reloading takes considerable time. So, crossbows, unlike bows, cannot be... Goodbye. Cannot be aimed manually. You can only target lock or completely just blind fire with them. They do decent damage though, so they're highly situational, more so than the bow, in my opinion. Small mini tutorial there. Even medieval times are not safe from explosive barrels. And ignited weapons and such will, well, ignite them. Now we have two chains here. And hanging off them are these bodies. Cut them. Very important. Hoping they'd hit the barrel. This providential ring is really great for helping to farm health items. Cling ring. Now, you're pretty much going to want this ring and never want to take it off. Less HP reduction when in soul form. Mysterious ring shaped like an eye reduces the loss of HP sustained in soul form. So, currently, without this ring equipped, my health is limited to 50% while in soul form. But when we equip it, it goes up to 75. Keep that on, it is invaluable. Also, you'll notice we opened up a shortcut. In fact, I should actually go see those bodies before I head back up. Aged spice, old ragged boots, old ragged gloves, and robes. Oh, I don't know why I keep pressing that. Jade hair ornament. A robe made of layers of ragged fabric, covered in tears, open seams, and writhing grubs. No person in their right mind would don these garments of their own accord. And, a plain jade hair ornament. Plain jade hair ornament, of the kind worn by commoners. Now, you notice, both these bodies were of women. That will come up later when we get back to Nexus. But, one of them was holding spice, which is something that those who practice magic would need to recover their magic points. Or whatever the universe equivalent of that term would be. Energy, I guess. Alright, onward we go. Now there's the man trapped right there. Surrounded by dreglings. We're gonna save him. But I'm not gonna leap down to do it. Yeah. And here we have a friendly, dregling merchant.
Good day to you. Care to look over my wares? Mostly stolen, but who's telling eh? Brave knight or lowly fodder? the demons snatched their souls regardless of their station, plummeting them all into madness. And those who dare cling to their humanity were hunted down. It is the end of great Boletaria as we know it. But hell, at least the demons don't send us to our deaths in battle. There's this skinny fellow, clad in the most lavish armor, who's always mumbling about some mission. He's another one who's managed to stay sane, like yourself. Probably some pampered little lordling by the looks of his attire. I'd give an arm just for the buttons off his shirt. It is the end of great, but hell, at least the
He sells some more items. Let's actually read this while we're here. Firebomb, an oil flask with a burning cloth fuse, shatters and ignites on impact, much like the Molotov from Bloodborne. Soldier's Lotus, petal of a blue flower that floats on water, consumed to stop bleeding. Boletaria, these petals have symbolic meaning, and are given to warriors when sent off to war. Long sword. Standard straight sword. This is what we have, but I haven't read it yet. Though run-of-the-mill, straight swords are versatile weapons that provide a normal attack which is effective against a wide variety of targets, as well as a potent thrusting attack. Club, a coarse wooden club. Blunt weapons which do not rely on blades are effective against metal armor and hard scales, as well as draining a foe's stamina and breaking their shield defense. Following through with one swing and connecting will land an optimal hit, inflicting more damage than normal. Short spear. A standard spear. Spears function as rapiers with a longer reach. They have a narrow attack range but deal heavy damage. Spears perform well against metal armor and hard scales in particular. However, they are easily parried and do little to break an enemy's guard, though they also allow one to attack with a shield raised. A light crossbow, wooden shield, lighter than its metal counterpart but absorbs less damage and breaks easily due to its reduced durability. Soldier's shield has a higher durability than ordinary wooden shield, owing to efficiently placed metal reinforcements. Draggling shield, a little more than a patchwork of wood scraps. This attempt at imitation can hardly be called a shield. Wooden bolt, plate helm. Iron helm commonly worn by foot soldiers. The toughness of this helm owes to its simplicity. Its weight slows stamina regeneration. So I'm going to buy this club because having a blunt weapon for later is really nice.
Thanks for that. Come back soon. All right. What'll it be then? Go ahead. I'm not going anywhere. All right. Going so soon.
I appreciate the dialogue for leaving without saying goodbye. Whole bunch of soldiers here for an ambush. Oh. I like to try to clear everything out as much as possible before saving that one character, because unfortunately this game, remake or not, still has the problem where characters have pathing rather than instantly teleporting back to safety after you, well, save them.